Hey guys, Gravender here. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Marvel Contest of Champions, and we're back with another episode of the Marvel Contest of Champions Knights of the Roundtable, and I am joined by my typical two guests, Rich the Man.
Hi. Hello.
Turbo Tim.
Yo, yo, yo.
And a very special guest, if you didn't catch it from the way that Tim was acting just now. For the first time on the Knights podcast, we have Rizzo the Legend.
Yeah! Rizzo the Legend is in the house. And you know what time it is? It's the Knights of the Round Table. And they had to bring in the Black Knight himself. Yes, Rizzo the Legend is here.
Was that Martin Lawrence?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yes, it was Martin Lawrence. I love that movie.
That's
Yeah.
a good movie.
It was a good movie. 90s nostalgia all about in this place because we're all like in our 30s. Oh, Jesus. But, yeah. All right, guys. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over kind of a year in review. It's December. We're at the end of the month almost. Kabam has had a full year to either, give us good stuff or fuck us over. And it's probably been weighted about the same. But let's start off by going over some of our favorite new characters of the year. You want to start us off, Rich?
Well, I think it's got to be Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's been one that I think we actually, because we started talking about this on the podcast like a while ago, and we talked about what we'd most want for the character, and it was that bamfing ability.
Yeah.
And it was just then to see it play out, and I finally managed to get the character after failed attempts, and I just love the way that they did it, which kind of brings hope that they can do other characters' abilities. Maybe telekinesis for Xavier moving forward, and even hope that they may be able to sort out a way of doing Quicksilver.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're definitely doing telekinesis because that's incorporated into Cable's L3, so. So that's kind of cool.
They did an awesome job on Nightcrawler. They did a really good job on him.
Yeah. I can definitely back that one up. Nightcrawler was definitely one of the better champions of the year. I don't think we really started getting good characters until about halfway through the year. Like, none that really jump out to me.
Post Civil War.
Yeah, post Civil War.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, well, Civil War Black Panther.
Beast.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
definitely one. So I mean, we kind of just forget stuff because I don't really remember what events took place before the X-Men event, other than like Civil War.
I think before Civil War, that's when they released Agent Venom.
Deadpool 2. They had the Deadpool events.
Who?
Deadpool events?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Agent Venom's been a pretty good character to come out this year.
Yeah,
he's a solid champ. Crossbones is cool. I like Crossbones. I don't have any like the only new ones I have that are champions that I have are 4 stars are Civil War Black Panther. I just got him and Agent Venom.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's not talk about Civil War Black Panther arena.
Did you guys miss out on him?
Rizzo
don't
missed out by like one full run in the arena.
That's the worst feeling. I've had that happen to me like 3 times. It sucks.
Yeah. I felt bad
Screw
for
you,
him.
Kabam.
Especially looking at the scores, I tweeted him. It's like he was only off by like maybe 150, 200,000 points. So one full run, and he potentially would have had him. So, I mean, that really sucks.
How many points you get? Like 5 million or something?
5.23 million.
That's a grind, too.
Yeah.
Never again. I promise you. Never again.
So what about you, Tim? I mean, you covered a little bit with Crossbones. Which ones have you actually been able to play with and encounter? I mean,
basically just Agent Venom, Crossbones. Like I have Crossbones in 3-star. I don't really use my 3 stars ever because I don't rank them up and they're just too weak. But the only ones I've really got to play with that are new champions are Agent Venom and Civil Warrior Black Panther is about it.
Yeah, you've got Agent Venom to rank 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I got him to rank 5.
What about you, Rizzo? What new characters were you pretty hyped about this year?
Civil War Black Panther, hands down. I mean, I saw the Civil War movie. I thought he was an awesome character in the movie. They brought him to the game, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna make a Black Panther clone.
Yeah.
And it was a complete overhaul on the champion. And I was so glad to see him in his movie theatrical, uniform. And of course, I gotta represent for Africa. So Civil War, all day.
They did an awesome job on him too. Like just like they did with Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
I think I would even say they almost did a better job with him with Civil War Black Panther, because they could have just reused the model and been lame and
that's
and
what
just
I was
put
afraid of.
just put his new costume on or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite would probably have to be Hyperion, but I mean that's just because I pulled him from the crystals and I got him.
Oh, just rub it in. Oh, just rub it in.
Wait, Rizzo, did you get him from the arena?
Oh no, hell no, I didn't get him.
You didn't get
I got a
Black Panther?
3-star. Thanks
Thanks
for your time. No, I didn't
get
get Black
Black
Panther. I'm ending this call.
No, I've only made like 5 videos on Hyperion the past couple weeks or the past week, so.
Golly.
I think he's cool, but I don't think he's like nearly as cool as like Civil War, Black Panther, Agent Venom, or.
He's not. I'm just messing with you guys. He's definitely not. For me, definitely Civil War, Black Panther, and Nightcrawler. I think Nightcrawler is completely OP. I think he's a better version of Spider-Man in my opinion.
Yeah, he's a little ninja.
Yeah. He's definitely more difficult
I
to fight for me.
Rich and I made a video together, and we were talking about how is he going to do his evade. Everyone knew he was going to evade, but we were talking about if Kabam was going to make it so you could see the little poof as he just disappears. And when they brought that, it was like, Kabam, thank you. Oh my God, that was such a throwback to the old school X-Men cartoon, and it was like, thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
that was fan service right there.
I always loved,
that was awesome.
The I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He does a lot of the Batman spoof things for College Humor, and he had a late show kind of thing on TBS, but he did one thing where he was like firing a bunch of the X-Men that were pretty much useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had Nightcrawler in it, and he was like, it always smells like rotten eggs when you teleport. Oh, it always comes
what
back
is that
to
guy's
me.
name? I can't think of his name.
I can't
He
think of
did
it.
a bunch of funny stuff. He did like the Street Fighter ones were funny, and
Yes, Street Fighter, X-Men, the Batman ones were absolutely insanely hilarious.
yeah,
I can't think of it off the
really
top of my
seals
head.
in the flavor.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So events. We had a ton of events this year. Obviously, I can't remember anything before Civil War, but there was a ton of like 3-part series events this year. I mean, we had Civil War, the X-Men series, and that pretty much encompassed most of the year, other than like having these little things in between. And
Deadpool.
Deadpool's
one.
What do you guys think was your favorite of all of these events that we had this year? Tim.
The Chloe's Warriors of Awesomeness and the Mount. What was the other one? Ming Na's.
I mean, do we classify those as events though? I mean, that's kind of more like top tier.
But they were events. I mean, that's what I mean. These events are cool. Like the ones, like the one they have now, like the Howard Duck one. They're cool. They're just not like super challenging, and they're more just kind of repetitive and boring after a while. So it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the same as like the Ming Na's or anything like that.
Well, see, I liked the Doctor Strange event because it brought something new to the table for
that was cool.
The event.
The rifts, that was a neat idea. I really like that.
I think that was something they should have continued in some form or fashion, because it gave you more opportunities to be able to pull stuff. I mean, I don't think I did more than 2 or 3 master rifts, but they were completely worth it,
Yeah, they were fun too.
Kabam mentioned in their forums that they will be bringing that back, probably under a different name though.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, I saw that too. I'm hoping they do. What about you, Rizzo? What was your favorite event for the year?
Definitely dimensional rifts. I like dimensional rifts. I like Civil War. That was really fun. I that kind of renewed my love for the game. I really love the Civil War movie. So everything Civil War in the game, really, I just love it. Everything.
Yeah, Rich.
I love how you could choose the sides. I thought that was really cool. I wish they could have kept that. That would be cool to see. And still have those perks from that. That would be cool.
Yeah, Rich. What do you think?
Yeah, I think again with the riffs, like Kabam, to their credit and also to their mistake, they set their bar so high when they did the Conclave and then put the riffs in as well. It's the same thing that Tim was saying, that having the Ming stars and the other little kind of quest of awesomeness with Chloe's, those kind of like put to aside, the earning potential. I find that the earning potential for those ones, Chloe's, Mignar's, they're a lot better for rewards than say doing an event master, because they still haven't got that right with regards to rewards for what you get for master.
Oh yeah, definitely. They need to up that, because it's almost like the heroic rewards are almost better. I mean, if you weren't getting the tier 2 alpha shards, I would say the other ones are better.
See, I think that's what they factor in there. Is like, we're going to take and give you guys a little bit less because you're getting some potential better rewards out of it.
Yeah, but it's like, it's one of those rewards that it's like there's there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's miles and miles and miles down there. You know what I mean? It's a long time away. It's not like, oh, in the next 2 or 3 events I'm gonna have it. God, my dog is scratching at the door again. He wants to come in now. He wants to go back out.
I don't personally ever do the master quest because of the fact I don't think that the rewards are as good for it. The only time I've ever tried to do the master quest was for the Doctor Strange event because of the rifts, and that for me was definitely my favorite event of the year. Do you guys think that we kind of lost out a little bit this year because we did have like 2 big events that encompassed 6 months of the year? I mean, that was the Civil War, and they even revisited Civil War for a little bit too, one period. So Civil War kind of got like 4 months. And then the X-Men Terra Genocide, that event lasted for another 3 months. So that was like over half of the year right there gone just between the X-Men event and the Civil War event.
Yeah, but they were trying to like implement in kind of like cooler stuff, but it like the whole thing with like taking a side on the Civil War thing, that was like a cool idea, but it was kind of, I think they thought it was going to be a lot better than it really turned.
Well, the perks didn't. You didn't notice the difference in the perks.
Yeah, exactly. It was cool that you got to pick a side, but it wasn't really worth it. Like it was like
yeah,
because the only thing you could do was really compete for a crystal, like shards to get a crystal, and there really wasn't really that much good stuff in the crystals.
No, and didn't you get like a 3-star champion too, which is whatever.
But you get a 3-star champion if you finish normal mode on every single event.
No, I know, but I think that they're like, oh, well, we're gonna put, I don't know, I forgot which ones it was. Wasn't it an Iron Man and Captain America World War II? Were like the 3 stars?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I think they're like, oh, we're gonna put those in, and like I think they think that's like such a good reward for people, but depending on where you're at in the game, it's it's kind of like, oh wow, like great.
Yeah,
getting a 3-star to people like us is like getting 1 stars.
Exactly.
With the exception of that, you get the 4-star shards. That's it.
Yeah. That's the best part about it. It's not that you're getting the character or anything; it's you're getting the shards.
Or if it's fully awakened, then you get the potential to get the 4-star Immortal Iron Fist, which is kind of cool. But
which is also more shards.
Yeah, it's usually always more shards. I think I've only pulled from those crystals maybe 1 or 2 different things, but it's never been a freaking Immortal Iron Fist.
Yeah, he's very. It's like Punisher. I don't know how. Do any of you guys have a 4-star Punisher?
Yes, awakened like 3 times.
Dude, see, that sucks. I don't even have him once.
Yeah,
do you have him, Rizzo?
Nope.
No. 2 years of playing it is like no chance.
You know the worst thing about that is that he's such a irrelevant champion. He's a freaking clone of Winter Soldier, and he's that freaking rare. Are you serious? He's not even great. He's a throwaway champion.
He's
And
not.
he's that
Yeah,
rare.
he's not. Yeah.
Which I don't think Immortal Iron Fist is worth it either, because he's got that stupid like concentration or focus ability or whatever. And if you like get a stack of armor breaks on the character, I mean they could be infinite, but if you get hit, they're gone. You know what I mean? I like the regular Iron Fist better because you know they're staying for that allotted amount of time. You know?
Yeah.
Because I get hit. Tim probably don't get hit, but I get hit.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You just say
I
hit
would
or
like
head.
to try it.
I get hit. Ain't nobody getting head over here. Oh, not for a good almost 4 years, fellas. And we just went there, guys. We just went there on the podcast. Yeah.
Moving on.
So if there's
sitting with his 2 girlfriends right now.
Yeah, any fangirls out there, I'll give you my address.
His left and right hand. His 2 main bitches.
That's me. That's me, man. I keep 2 cats in the house. That way, I've always got pussy.
Oh,
wow.
No.
Wow.
No, that's too far.
Not like that. Do you know what I mean? Cats, you call them pussies.
No, I don't know what you mean, actually.
I don't know. That could be interpreted in any kind of way.
I know it can be interpreted any way, but
that was a wrong time.
It is not. No, this isn't as bad as Tim and his dogs and the peanut butter. Okay.
Now we're gonna end up with cat flu, thanks to Grave.
Cat flu. What is cat flu? Cat scratch fever?
I'm just making stuff up, man.
I was gonna say we can go cat scratch fever. I'm all about that 80s music.
Well, Graves like with the South Park where the kids are getting high from the cat piss.
That was a good episode. That was a good episode. It wasn't like cat piss, it was cat spray. They would make them spray in their face.
Oh yeah, it's piss.
Oh, it's
They're
terrible.
piss, right?
Well, there's kind of a difference. Cats or I mean it's like marking their territory. Dogs piss on stuff, cats spray. So it's more like a concentrated kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's still like concentrated urine, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's more potent.
That's terrible.
So it's stinkier pee.
Yeah, it's just a more powerful pee. So, but I mean it's different. It's a lot different than dogs.
Well, you're the one who sprays it in your face, so I'm taking your word on it.
It's good stuff, man. You would know if you hit it up like South Park did.
I'm allergic to cats, so you know.
Oh, that explains why you like the dudes. Allergic to cat.
Stupid cats.
But all right, we've gone way off topic. So let's bring it back in with what do you guys think were some of Kabam's biggest successes this year? Nobody.
I'll start this one.
Apparently there were none.
Gotta
Just tell me
facilitate, man.
Yeah, how innovative they got. Like how they were trying new things and kind of stepping out of their comfort zone that they've been in the past, where they would just release champions, but it would just be a new skin of the champion, you know, or like. So now that they're like releasing, you know, all-round new champions that haven't been in the game, or if they're releasing like Black Panther and Civil War Black Panther, they're doing different move sets and everything. And so I really think that them stepping up their game and like really trying to do more with the characters than they have in the past, I think has been a big success for them.
Rich.
Yeah, innovation from them, the ability that they, you know, to go to different marketing outlets, you know, sponsoring Doctor Strange, going to Comic-Cons. That's a big thing, because it's like, imagine if there will come a point where they'll grow to go to places like in California. They'll do stuff like close to Rizzo, to yourself, Tim, to yourself, Grave, and hopefully they'll come across the pond and do something in London, so that then, you know, one could say, hey, it's me, I do content for the game, and actually get to meet people whilst they're doing that. But I suppose it's still a downside that they haven't reached out to us, and that's still an issue that I'll always kind of have with them. But innovations with characters, like Tim was saying, that's an. Sorry, Tim.
Oh no, I'm sorry, you were cutting out, so I didn't know if you were still talking. Like, finish up what you were saying.
I was just going to like follow on what you said about characters, that they're using innovative things like switching between different styles. Unfortunately, there's some things with Gwen Stacy that aren't brilliant, but with characters like Beast, where you get to transfer from being freestyle to acrobat, you've got other characters coming into the game where you have to think a bit more, and you kind of overlap certain things. With Cable coming in, you then have to then think, right, well, is my next attack, it's got to be this because it's going to be unblockable. The same thing with getting a 20-hit combo with Cyclops, the 90s version, and kind of using characters more for their abilities and thinking more intelligently with your fighting.
Yeah.
I think that's really it.
I think they could definitely do, like, when you're talking about going to like Comic Cons and stuff. Because did you guys see that release of like the game show thing they just did on YouTube like last night?
That was fun.
They released
I liked
that. That was great. I thought that was awesome. Like, I thought that was fantastic how they did that. But they said they had like 85 million. Was it active players or 85 million downloads?
I would say I would say that's just downloads, because I highly doubt they have that many active daily users.
I would be extremely curious to what the active user number is.
Yeah, the daily active users would be kind of nice to know.
Because then you could really gauge if it would be a viable option for them to go to like Comic Cons or go do things around the country that I think would be a really good thing, and I think it would be a great marketing thing for them. Think if they were giving out like little models of the characters or something that whatever, like, well, just things to get people into the game.
Let's think of it like this: with the basic arenas, it's what the 5 to 10 cutoff is that, or what's the basic champion? What's the basic champion's cutoff?
Isn't it like top 3% or something?
Shoot. I'll have to. I'll
it's top.
look.
It's top one. I think it's like 1 to 2%. No,
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
Yeah.
No,
I think
it's
you're right,
under
Rizzo.
5. It's under 5 because
Yeah, it's like 5.
it might be 3 to 5. I don't know, but 6 to 10 will not get you a Civil War Black Panther. So I know it's not that. It's under 5%.
Are you sure on that?
I'm absolutely positive
Okay.
it's not 6 to 10.
Well, what I'm getting at is, like, if you look at just getting the basic champion, usually you're in like the rank down to like almost 5,000, right? That's usually the norm. You can usually hit around like 5,000 and still get the basic champion as your rank in the arena. So I mean, that's at least right there. That's at least 5,000 daily active users. That's a ton compared to a lot of these other games that's actively doing the arenas. And that's not even the tip of the iceberg. That's just like the top percent
of the gameplay, though. Yeah, that's a very, very small percentage of the players that do grind in the arenas to get to that point. So
yeah, but I mean, still, you factor in all the other ones. That's at least because it only goes by a percentage based off of the people that hit 200,000 points once they max out.
So based off of your math, 5,000. You can go ahead and add 5,001 because I didn't make that 5,000, and I'm a daily active user. So yeah, 5,001. There you go.
Okay,
more than 5,000.
Top 1 to 5%. And I mean that's anything after 400, and that top 1 to 5% covers about almost 4,600 people.
I don't know.
According to that, if it goes down to 5,000 at least.
Last time I was that high, I thought it was like in the 3,000s, but I haven't gone for a basic in over probably 6-8 months. So
right, but then that's what I'm saying. It's only the top 1 to 5%. I just pulled up my screen to look and make sure. But if you look at that, if the cutoff's like 5,000 on that, and it scales down the rest of the way, you got to think how many people actually hit the 200,000 just to get the top 100%. That's a ton of people.
Well, 5,000 is a percentage of like what's the total if the percent is 5,000 and 5% is?
I don't know. You're asking me to do math. That's what I say. You're asking me to do math now. I have no clue. Somebody out there can work the math out, but there's a ton of daily active users playing this game. I think they were like top 5 for the year on making money. I don't think they were the top mobile game to make money this year, but they were like top 5. And I think the last time I looked on on those little charts and stuff, they were making more than $5 million a month on this game alone.
Damn.
I
Yeah,
think
they're making
probably
money.
the biggest success out of them this year for me, though, was the fact that, I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but after patch 11, the lag, I haven't really noticed the lag. Not as bad as what it used to be. I think they finally
No,
fixed
not
some
at
stuff.
all. Oh, my
Before
dog is
patch
scratching
11,
again.
before the Doctor Strange event, there was tons of lag. It was awful. It was completely awful to play the game. And I think they finally fixed that this time. I don't know. We'll see if things get worse or better as it goes. But so I guess let's move on into what you guys think were probably some of the biggest flops that they had this year. Rich, you want to kick us off?
Ooh, flops. I don't know. I felt because they padded out actually, no, in some ways you could say that what was planned with the extent of people wanting to get into Rifts, there's a lot of financial gain that they've made in certain areas and kind of putting out certain deals. That's one thing. Deals has been a big issue, and there's been stuff been hitting into unit store that you just think, what the heck point is this?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it is about spin and marketing. They and I'm using bunny ears for this. They put out or released those deals, those Black Friday deals, Cyber Monday deals, way before they should have done. And it was very quiet time in the contest, and then all of a sudden, boom, that hits in. That was one thing. But then it was kind of odd that we all seemed to end on 3 Master Rifts completed, and then 5,000 in Master, and it's like, well, am I going to get another Master Rift? And then boom, we hit in with those offers for 24 hours that if you buy these, you'll then be able to get into the Master Rifts.
Yeah.
I think,
It was
a little bit with the money grabbing seems to be a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, it was definitely a money grab kind of year.
Yeah, but we can't. I mean, we can't forget it is a business.
Yeah. But I mean, that goes back to the whole point
I think
of
it's
me
the
saying earlier that they get at least $5 million a month. They've
Oh,
made
but you know they're
well
gonna want more money.
Yeah, but we
It's
don't
not
know.
like it's
we
not
don't know
like
what
they're
their
gonna go to the
overhead
bank
is.
and say, yeah, but it's not like they're gonna go to say, oh, we can't put no more money in the bank, it's full.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
true.
and we don't know what their overhead is. We don't know, like, yeah, they may be getting $5 million a month, but they may have an overhead of $4.5 million. So, you know what I mean? Like, it may not be as much as we think, or it could be more because they do have to pay licensing fees and all this stuff. So,
Well, I'm just saying, like $5 million is like the minimum that they make. Most months they make anywhere between $7.5 and $10 million a month, which is mind blowing to think about.
but that's not like
Bam
what
is
they
getting money, no doubt about that.
Yeah,
but they're
hell
always going to be trying to grab more, and the money grabs are only going to get worse.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the truth. As long as we keep playing and people keep spending, they're only going to. Well, if they bought this, let's see if they'll buy this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't fault them for wanting to make money because they are a business, but there is ethical ways to do it, and sometimes they are on the border of that, I feel. But like I said again, we don't know their overhead. I don't know what licensing fees cost for this stuff. I don't know what it costs to keep the game up and running. I don't know what it costs to develop a character. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it kind of. You got to look back at older games too. Like before we had all these microtransactions and stuff like that, gaming companies made money and stayed afloat just from producing games and putting them out at a set price. There was
many did,
but
many didn't as well. I mean, for every success there was probably 100 fails.
Yeah, but I mean, like you wouldn't see because this is a huge success. Let's compare it to another huge success. Like Super Mario,
I was just finna say, Kabam with this game is trying to be like Clash of Clans. People still play Clash of Clans years and years later,
and it's still one of the top grossing games as far as I know too. As far as revenue
goes, that's where Kabam is trying to take this game. They're trying to be more like that.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, they've got money. If they can buy licensing for Transformers, which is it's huge.
Yeah.
They've obviously got the collateral in order to do it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah,
they had,
I mean, the Marvel's got to be a lot more than the Transformers, though. I would
it
have to
will
think.
be because it's more popular. But I mean, they've had the money to do licensing for other flop games too that they've done, like Star Wars. That would probably rank right up there with Marvel as far as I'm concerned on licensing. Maybe a
Star
little
Wars,
bit
yeah.
below Marvel, but still right on par. Not as much as it would be more than Transformers. They've done the Fast and the Furious series, and they did like one of their first games they did was Lord of the Rings. So I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like they're just kind of like Contest is really made up for a lot of their unsuccessful stuff, like those other franchises that they came out with and just sunk. So I think if they're doing anything, they're covering overhead from other games that didn't do well. That's the only thing I could think of. But Rizzo, what do you think as far as flops go this year?
Did Spider-Gwen come out this year?
I can't remember if she did or not. I don't think she came out this year, did she?
I don't know if she did. That's the biggest flop in my book. Hate Spider-Gwen. That
Tim,
L1. If they change that L1, I would change my mind about her. But that freaking L1, only special in the game that doesn't do any damage. Hate it.
she's fun to play with. I agree with you.
It's
that special
don't you
one.
Stargrave. Don't you. There's not a bad champion. No, Spider-Gwen sucks.
No,
Spider-Gwen sucks. You
Her-
know it.
no, her
She sucks.
her L1 sucks. I agree with you on that. Her L1 does suck, but overall, she's not a terrible champion. If they changed that L1, she would be more useful. She would definitely be more useful.
She's got-
Here's an easy fix.
She's got one of
Here's
the
an
cool
easy
fighting
fix.
styles.
Make
Yeah,
her cycle between her abilities like Doctor Strange. Boom. Change her L1 to some freaking web-slinging web shooter. Just change it.
Or change her power gain to gain faster power.
yeah,
I think that would also work.
Agree.
yeah.
Something, please. Do something with Spider-Gwen.
Tim, you got any flops for us?
Hyperion.
Don't be jelly. How many of those crystals did you open up? Like 2 or 3?
One.
One.
And I got Hyperion.
You got
I'm
3-star Hyperion.
I still got them. No, flops probably this year. I don't really know.
I think it's been a pretty decent
Hulkbuster.
year.
That was last year, though, I think.
Yeah, that was during the Age of Ultron series, so that would have been last year. I don't know. I think they've had a pretty decent year this year. I mean, there's been a lot of slip ups. There's been a lot of flub ups. What was the giving out the extra rewards for Act 4?
Mm-hmm.
That was a
Yeah, I
huge.
got that.
That was a
I
yeah.
got
You
that
did.
too.
That was a huge
Here's
mess
a
up.
flop.
Yeah, that was a huge flop mess up. Letting those Black Friday deal sucked. The Cyber Monday deals leak early. That was a huge mess up on their part. I consider that a flop. And up until like patch 11, the lag in this game, man, the lag was absolutely horrendous and unbearable at times.
The lag was killing the game for a while. It was really making it unenjoyable.
For at least 3/4 of the year.
It really
Bases.
it was very bad. Bases, yeah. When the hell are bases?
That's a
coming
flop.
That-
Coming soon. They're
that's-
coming soon since I've been playing the game.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
flop.
know.
That's been a flop since the inception of alliances. There's people out there that think alliances have been in this game since the very beginning of the game.
Those are the young summoners. They're not
Yeah.
seasoned.
Well, I'm not seasoned
I
either,
love the titles, by
apparently,
the way.
but
I'm not either.
I love the titles. The titles is reason enough for me to do the master challenge. I love the titles.
you want to be a master of quack foo?
I want to collect them all. It's about collecting them all. I love it. Gotta catch them
you
all.
gotta go back to Pokemon. I knew it.
Mm.
I knew it.
I love it.
That's something I've just never got into Pokemon.
I love it.
I know 2 Pokemons, Pikachu and Charizard, just because Charizard's card was like super expensive. I remember back in the day. That's the only reason why.
Tim knows 2.
And both of those Pokemon are still better than Spider-Gwen.
Okay. Let's round things off here. We're gonna end off with, what are you guys looking forward to out of 2017? I mean, do you guys think we're gonna get some pretty good stuff? I mean, we've got potential Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 storylines, possibly a Punisher versus Carnage story. Don't know how that's going to play out, but it's a very big possibility that they've plugged that. What are you guys thinking? Do you think it's going to be as good as this year? Do you think they can capitalize on what they did this year and make it better for next year? Because the first two characters we got coming out, Cable and Gwenpool, so
I'm looking forward to the new character development. I'm looking forward to what they're going to implement in the game and how they're going to just keep evolving the game in a beneficial way, in a positive way. I'm hoping they do more of these, 2-step forwards, not 3 back.
Yeah.
Because they generally it is like this 2-step forward and 1 back, but sometimes they take 3 back, and lately it seems like they've been stepping forward, and I've been really, it's been making the game a lot more fun, because there's little things in the games like glitching, the lag and the glitching, all that stuff can just absolutely break a game and ruin it and make it not fun.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that they just, they keep on top of that stuff. They keep, refining the game and, like perfecting the things like that with the lag, and how they finally got a hold of it, I think. And hopefully it doesn't come back around, but with the new champions and new, movies that are going to come out, hopefully they start implementing characters. And, I think it would be cool if they just put characters in that are not, that are not like from a movie that's coming out, or, I guess they are with like Gwenpool, so.
Yeah. Cable too, which, I mean, potentially Cable's only going to be in the movies in the next Deadpool, so that's still like a year away. That's not even this year.
Yeah, but he's still coming in a movie, right? So
yeah, but like I said, it's not for a whole nother year. So he'll be in the game introduced for a year before he even comes out in a movie. So I think that's kind of cool. Rich?
Yeah, just constant evolution, just moving forward, because that's always been a problem. It was a bit of a worry in 2015 to the end part, December 2015, because it was, I just don't think they knew what they were doing, or if not, they weren't really prepared.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I think they've now realised that, starting 2016, where the game was heading. Now that they got it in mind that this is a big kind of cash cow for them, that they need to push this for one, for a community, number two, for everything else. Like, there's so many ways they can go into it. Like Riz was saying about Clash of Clans. If they continue being consistent and successful, who's to not see there's going to be an advert for Contest of Champions on our television sets pushing for it.
Yeah.
I think they've still got a little bit to learn when it comes to. Oh, maybe like US, but I don't know. I haven't seen any in the.
Yeah, they've been on.
There may be one or two in the UK. Well, I don't know if there was any in the UK. But that's. I mean, he's constantly like getting out their promotions. It's good to see them kind of attaching themselves to movies. But yeah, just really, I think really the next step, and I'd hope for 2017, is that they actually decide to integrate stuff with us, the YouTubers.
I was just gonna say that I think
they're missing out some stuff for that.
Yeah, I think that's really what's the name? What's the word for it?
Smart.
An asset they're really not taking. Yeah, I guess it's not really like an opportunity or an asset they possibly could be taking advantage of. Because if you go and look at this, like other games, are all over getting onto YouTube. Because you got to think, between all of us, there is millions of views that goes out. It hits millions of people, and I just think it's such like, and it's not like they're not paying us for anything. They're not doing anything like that. So it's essentially free for them.
Yeah.
And if they started working with like YouTubers, because you got to think, there's I'm not the most creative YouTuber, but there is some that are just they're creative, and that's what they do, and they're very, very creative, and they can, they can hit such a wide audience, and it's just, I think it's something they just have not taken advantage of, because I think they had a bad experience with somebody in the past, and it's kind of held them back from wanting to work with anybody else.
I think they might be listening in. It's really weird. I've just had a like on one of tweets by Marvel Contest of Champions. They could be bugging this podcast.
Hey, one of my favorite videos of all time was when freaking Rich, you dressed it up as that Kabam rep, and you had that glass of wine, and you were throwing money at the camera. That was one of the funniest things I ever seen, dude. I still remember that video. Oh my God, you're like, you're laughing with your cigar. Holy crap, that was freaking classic, man. Freaking classic.
Yeah, because Rich is very, very creative. That's, he's very, very creative.
Yeah.
And that's, they're not utilizing people like that. Like, because Rich thinks of stuff I would have no idea to think of. And it's just it's how your mind works. It's just, you're a very creative person. And, and it shows. Like, and I think it's just they're really missing out on that when they're not doing this stuff. I'm not even saying they need to give us stuff or anything like that. But, I just think, like, what's it going to hurt if they do, like, oh, okay, well, hey, we'll give you guys T-shirts to give away.
Yeah.
We'll give you guys this. And it's not even like
What's
it's
the harm
going
in
to
that?
us. It's going to the players. It's not going to us. So that's like, what's the harm in that? It would, spread the name out more. It would make people more enticed to make better videos and make, more videos for things like Marvel Contest of Champions. And, it would show that they care about the community more than just like this take, and, kind of give back.
Yeah. I mean, they could definitely take a page out of the book from, like, some of the other games that I've played, like Transformers Earth Wars. Those guys, Space Ape, they got in touch with me, and, they set up, like, these little secret forums and stuff for us to be on, and it's like, here, we'll give you access to, like, beta test to new characters. They didn't give us the new characters. You know what I mean? We still had to play them on our main accounts and do everything, the right way. But they would let us review the beta characters, which was really cool. But I don't play the game anymore. And then kind of like with Congregate and Animation Throwdown, those guys, they plugged my videos on Twitter. They plugged my videos on Facebook. They even made the sidebars for me. Like they literally had their design team, create some sidebars for my videos. And I think that stuff's really cool.
It's because I think they realize that them helping you is a reflection back on them,
yes,
basically. So, if we're making shit content all the time, it's like, it's a reflection back on Marvel Contest of Champions. If they're, give us some tools to help make better things, better content and more like, just like I said, like even T-shirts to give away, people eat that stuff up and they love it.
Yeah.
And it's, what's the harm in that? It's free advertising. Somebody's going to be walking around with their T-shirt on. So, it's going to, okay, it advertises from the YouTube perspective. It shows that they're giving back to the community, and it's free walking advertisement billboard for them when these people get these shirts. So, where is I don't see the downside to it.
Yeah. Rizzo, what do you think, buddy? What are you looking forward to out of 2017?
Oh man, I'm looking forward to so much, and I'm so glad you asked, because I actually wanted to make a separate video for this, but you guys know my situation. I don't know if I'll ever get around to doing that. But
you will,
no,
buddy.
Seriously.
Well, you're too busy grinding out for Civil War Black Panther.
Well, that's not the problem playing the game. The problem is actually being able to upload and edit. Because I don't have space. I don't have.
Hard time,
yeah.
No,
yeah, it sucks though.
You're too good of a guy for something good not to come your way soon. Just honestly.
Soon, man. Soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna hop my little black ass to Starbucks in a little bit and try to see if I can use their Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm gonna try to steal some Wi-Fi. That's a good thing about living in California. There's Wi-Fi somewhere around here.
Yeah, but we need to give Rizzo a MacBook Pro and some glasses and go in Starbucks.
Make an event of it.
Here's your millennial starter kit.
Yeah,
put you up.
Be a little hipster.
No, but
have a content.
I'm
have a
looking
signing
forward
while
to
you're there.
so much, man. I'm signing autographs.
Yeah, just make it a hot.
I got to sign in all caps.
Come to this Starbucks at this location and watch me upload a video.
Nah, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to so much. And one game I used to play a lot on Facebook, actually, it was Galaxy Online 2. It was a stupid game, but I played it for 3 freaking years. Dumped tons of freaking money into it. My account is still there. There's guys still managing the account because I put that much money into it.
Yeah.
But and that was 5 years ago that I played that game. I logged on about a couple months ago, and they're still playing the game. It's crazy. But one thing that I would like to see changed is every time they do a maintenance, I don't know, throw out some premium shards or something like that. Other games like Galaxy Online, what I used to play, when they had maintenance, they would come back online. They would say, "Hey, sorry for the inconvenience. Here's some gifts, in-game content. Here you go." I would like to see that.
That
change.
seemed to die down a lot, though. They used
Yeah.
to do that. I mean, not all the time, but
Yeah.
a lot more often. That has not been the case at all lately.
Especially
all.
for emergency maintenance. They used to give us stuff, and now it's just like, oh, emergency maintenance, here's your prize. Fuck you.
Yeah, I would definitely love to see that change.
Yeah.
That's a good
Another
point.
change. We were just talking about this, you and I, Grave, before we jumped on the call. I'm loving the game, loving what they're doing, loving the direction they're going, but I would like to see more emphasis on alliance events as
Mhm.
opposed to champions. We're getting a ton of champions, and there's a ton of champions I don't have, but the alliance events are stale.
Yeah.
And then when they do an event, it's like a spur of the moment thing. It's a once in a lifetime thing, and it's not coming back. They
And-
did that spin the units event recently. If you
Yeah.
spin units, you get these prizes. And I remember Seaton did a video saying, "Hey, this is not a bad idea. You're going to spin the units anyway, so these are good. This is cool." I kind of didn't like that event. My opinion is completely opposite of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a spur of the moment thing. Nobody saw it coming,
Yeah.
and it was here and gone. That was something they could have had running in the background
Yeah.
as a every 7 days event, every other week or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
At least if
Another
they...
thing.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, another thing, and this is my biggest thing that I would love to see change besides bases is I would like to see another alliance teamwork focused event
Exactly.
aside from Alliance Wars and Alliance Quest. I don't care what you call it.
Where's the
but make
base?
another one. Yeah, it could be
Where's
base, but here's the thing: Alliance Quest. You get those crystals, you get tons of battle chips, you get gold, and then that's my main income for battle chips, basically.
Yeah.
But Alliance Wars, that's fun. I love Alliance Wars. It gets my adrenaline going. I get my ass kicked. Sometimes I kick some ass. That's fun, but you get a lot of loyalty there for that. So that's my main income for loyalty there.
Yeah.
And months ago, I did a video on somebody had made a fake leak, and the event was called Alliance Dash.
Yeah.
Where it was just one line. It was just one line, and I kind of thought to myself, wouldn't that be cool if Kabam actually took this idea and ran with it? They
Yeah.
could make a gauntlet mode or survival mode where it could be an Alliance Survival Dash or whatever, and it's just one straight line. You have your 3 groups, right?
Mhm.
And you got your 10 guys in one, 10 guys in another, 10 guys in another. The line is endless, and you're going as far as you can. You can bring 1 champ, 2 champs, 3 champs. It don't matter. But you go until you die.
Yeah.
And basically, what will be up for grab is gold, because we don't have a big gold go-getter.
No.
We have battle chips and loyalty for the other 2 events. Alliance Dash would be perfect to bring in something that can get a lot of gold. And hell, if they I was thinking, since they have Alliance Quest, every 5 days and takes 3-day break or whatever, you can run Alliance Dash on that 3-day break, so it's not overwhelming. So there's something else to do.
Yeah.
That's a
know,
great idea, actually.
Yeah.
I think they would take I think they need to look at the whole, the old saying, you gotta spend money to make money, and
Yeah.
I think it's, I think they need to kind of up the enticement, like the rewards and stuff for, to make it more enticing for people to want to, spend money, and people want to do these events, because literally like Alliance Quest, I don't revive, I don't use any items or anything like that. I never, very rarely do I have to use a revive in there. I end up having to sell those things more than I use them.
Man.
And it's just, it's not challenge, it's and it's just the rewards aren't that good. You know, we're still like not able to get a T4 class catalyst every week, and that's those are not really as rare as they used to be.
Yeah.
They're becoming very common, and it's like it's like okay, it used to be like awesome. Okay, this is the week we're getting a T4 class catalyst. This is the week this we're gonna go hard. We're gonna do this, and I remember like not being able to like all battle groups not even be able to beat map 5 all the way and stuff, but. And it's just like in map 6 was a cool idea, but map 6 is just for money players. It's
Yeah.
you have to be in the super top tier alliance that spends money to be in that.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. All I was going to say earlier, whenever like you touched on like your second point, Rizzo, was exactly what you said. And your third point was, if we do get more alliance-driven events, that it is like cooperative. Like you have to cooperate with each other. It's more fun, to play with the rest of your alliance, and not some crap like the big 5v5 alliance arena shit that they did back in the day for Ant-Man.
I actually like those, man.
Yeah,
I like those. I
mean,
just think that the cost to get in, the gold cost was too much.
the only problem I had with it was if you had people grinding it out and you had people that didn't grind it out, it really caused like a rift between people. It's like, well, I'm putting in all this and you're
that was
not.
the problem. Yeah, that was the problem
Yeah.
with those.
It's
But you know what I think would be great, and this game would benefit hugely from, is better communication for the alliance as a whole on the platform.
yeah, they need something better than the little box
Because-
window chats that we have.
Yeah, every alliance has to use an outside app or something to really communicate with one another.
Yeah.
Besides using this like shit system they have, and I think it would be a huge benefit for all the alliances if they were able to have a much better communication system within the game.
Yeah. Yep. Animation
nice.
Throwdown has that with theirs, the way theirs is set up. I don't know exactly how they do it, but it's like set up through their Congregate website. It's like a branch off inside the game of that, and the chat window is almost similar to a line chat. So I mean, it's definitely possible they could do that. I like it because stuff doesn't just disappear. That's the only thing I don't like about the in-game like chat on contest is. You like put out a message early in the morning, and by the time that somebody that wakes up, let's say during midday or whatever, comes in, and it's gone.
Yeah, and you can't scroll back far enough to like see what they were talking about. And
Yeah.
it's
It's a pain in the ass.
You guys remember when they did that? You guys remember when they did that event? It was an arena event. It was like a catalyst grab. It was an hour event, and it would just pop up out of nowhere. And the milestones had such and such catalyst, and you would have to fight in arena to get those catalysts. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
I would like to see that come back
That was being abused
and be
though,
more frequent.
by the top tier alliances like Awaken. They had an insight of when that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that ain't cool.
That was the
ain't cool
problem
at
with
all.
that is they had a heads up when that was going to be starting, so they had a leg up on everybody.
Yeah.
It was that event when I was leading my own alliance. It was that event that had me and all my team at that time make the jump to line, because those would come on and nobody would be around. So we made the jump to line, got everybody in line, and then it just stopped. And I was like, wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But all right, guys. So I guess that's pretty much it. We've went for almost an hour. Pretty good topics. I feel like we covered. Anybody got any last closing insights that they want to give off?
Nope.
Yeah, I want to see bases, man. I want to see bases.
Yeah.
I want to see bases. And if Kabam ever hears this, make Alliance Dash or Survival or Gauntlet, make that a reality.
That's a good. I think that's a great idea. Actually, I really think that's good.
Tim, you got any closing thoughts?
Yeah, stop letting your cat pee in your face.
I was going to edit that part of the video out, damn it. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for the Marvel Contest of
Wait
Champions.
a minute, what about Rich? Where's Rich?
He
Rich,
said
you ain't got nothing to say?
he said he didn't.
Well, I said I'm fine. I'm doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, Rich said none. He didn't have anything. Rich is probably dead to the world right now, ready to go to sleep.
It's
I think he is.
midnight.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we're going to end it here, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We've had Rizzo. Thank you so much for being on today. First time on the Marvel Contest of Champions Knights of the Roundtable. Definitely appreciate it, buddy.
The Black Knight. Yes. Yeah.
Had on Rich the man. Thank you so much, Rich, for staying up way past bedtime for us on this one, man. And
Whoa.
definitely appreciate it, buddy. Always do. And as always, you know, the bike thief, Turbo Tim.
The absolute coolest one here, so.
No, your hair is not as dope as mine.
No, it's definitely way doper.
Guys, remember to go over and check out. Remember to go over and check out all these guys' channels. If you don't already subscribe to them, give these guys a subscribe. Links will be in the description down below. But as always, guys, I'll catch you in the next episode. Later.